Hi guys, and welcome to another video. Today what we have got for you is a OPPO A74 that's coming, and it has got a smash screen. So what I'm going to do in the video today is we are going to do a full housing swap. Now what we've got here, it's a replacement screen and mid-frame. So we are going to swap these out, which means that we do have to remove a fair amount of the actual internals to get it all switched over, but shouldn't be too difficult. Luckily with a lot of these phones, they are very much similar screws and stuff, so shouldn't have too many issues. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this turned on, start warming this up so we can get the back off, because by the looks of this it's going to be a case of back off, bezel off, and then remove things inside. So I don't want to get that hot. We'll pop that off to pop that back in its bag and off to one side just to keep it safe. And yeah, I'll speed through this as this heats up, because it's going to need a couple of minutes to get to temperature, and then it's going to need to sit there and heat soak for a few moments. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll come back to you when this is all nice and warm and nice and toasty. Right, so that's getting nice and warm. So what we're going to do is take this little tool. It's a very fine plastic wheel. In a minute, once this is what I think is up to temperature, we're going to try and get the in between and see if we can get this to separate. There we go.
What do is just slide it all the way around the edges. Turn that off for a second. And down the side as well.
The back cover off after a little bit of drying, so we can get this heat mat out of the way. Put that off to one side, and all we're going to do now, go around and just remove some of these screws.
So we'll go around and take out all the screws for the bezel. I think I'm going to need to do that before I can get in and get any of the actual unhooking battery, etc. But we'll see. That one, and do the same thing at the top. Okay, all these screws are the same size, which makes life a lot simpler.
There we go. And what we should be able to do is pop Sorry about that. I just had to have a quick figure out how to do this. So this bevel does pop off. It was just getting those first couple of clips undone. That was the awkward part. Just get in and it should. Up like so, and just work our way around. And we just need to remember to remove the SIM card slot and unplug the flex connector from the back of the phone. So there we go. And we do need to unplug the battery, which most of this is coming out anyway, so let's plug that. Confirm that is turned off. Yep. Awesome. That's off. So what we now need to do is start transferring over all of this into the new housing. So I think first things first, what we'll do is, well, this has still got a little bit of warmth to it. See if we can there we go. So we've got the battery out. We are going to need to pull this back. It's off like so, because we will need to remove this flex cable that runs down the middle. Get that out of the way. And then what we can do is look to see about getting that out. So that flex cable. we are in this position. So now what I have got to do is I have got to feed those cables in. But I'm going to do that once the battery's in place. The battery is going to be one of the last things that goes in. I think first things first, let's get these buttons in place. So, right, so I've got those two buttons in. Really now, it's time for me to remove some of these backing plastics and get some of the flexes and stuff in place. I am going to start off with this one down here. I want to get the charge port in place first. You can get it to lift. There we go. Right, so we need, make sure it's all in the right way. Sure these cables are out the way. Yeah, I'm just going to drop that in like so. Make sure it's in position. Just bear with me for a moment. Right. Moment, I'm just feeding cables through. So the Wi-Fi antenna cables. What I'm going to do is get this into position and just pop it down. Make sure that all of the Wi-Fi antennas are properly seated. Right. Now, back onto the overhead, we're going to get the other board, the main board, into place. And we are just going to plug this in just to make sure. There we go. Phone boots up. seconds. Oh, awesome. So, just going to pop that battery off for a second. And then we are going to get this all popped back together. So we've got it turned on. Peel that. There we go. All seems to be working nicely. Just make sure that the we've got volume. Awesome. Phone's working perfectly. Looks like the customer likes it in black and white, which is completely up to them. But yeah, awesome. That is one screen for a OPPO A74 Swaptover. All we've got left to do is pop the screws back in, get the back glued back to the housing, and get it back to the customer. Yeah, there we go. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you could give it a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. Next video I've got coming out. Ooh, what did I have? I have got something. I can't remember what it is now, but there'll be another video out shortly. A few days time. But take care, guys. See you later, and see you in the next one.